Hello, 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 beautiful people from all around the world. This is Ndile coming to you live and direct from the LaMaJa. Hope all is well with you today. I wanted to give you guys a quick video and talk about something that came across my feed. I ran across this video of a Black educator who was in tears, distressed because of his students and what they do not know at their age. And I want to play the video and react to this real quick and just give my points on this, because this is a very serious issue that's not being talked about enough. And, I try to, there's certain videos I'm trying to stir away from doing, but there's also certain videos that I know duty calls. So I want to go ahead and play this and I'll let you guys listen. If you have not seen it, if you've seen it, just feel free to just skip past this. But I want to just play this real quick, and then after that, I want to give a couple points.
These kids are leaving high school and going to college, and they couldn't fill in 4 words. 4 words. I literally broke down in the middle of class. This is only day 2. And I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write. They can reason. They have the ability to defend their reasoning if it's talking to their homeboy, but applying that to a written text, 2 paragraphs, and they couldn't do it. Our young Black men, our young brown men, our young Black girls, and our young brown girls.
Okay, so y'all heard the video. A couple things that I want to say. First, I need you guys to understand that in order to see the decline of a society, you have to look at their education and you have to look at their youth, right? There's a reason why they promote such garbage on the internet, okay? Because it targets the youth. We live in a microwave declining society, right? A lot of our parents and, us as parents now, the new parents, as some of us like to joke and say, have been traumatized, have went through hell, right? And on top of that, the economy is what the economy is. You got multiple jobs. So now these kids got to raise themselves. They're just passing kids now. They don't even care, right? I heard in some schools they don't even teach cursive anymore, right? Let alone these kids in this new generation, they're coming up with the computers now. The computers are in. You remember back in the day, we used to have a computer lab, right? These kids walk around with tablets and walk around with laptops at their school now. It's different. We used to actually have to go to the lab, type the paper up. And again, I'm not here to try to say one's better than the other, but best believe back in the day, we wrote essays by hand. Rough drafts, sometimes 2 rough drafts and final copies. That's just the way it was. You think these kids are doing that now? They're plugging in prompts on ChatGPT, and then after that, copy and paste that and turn that in, changing a couple words and turning it in. We'd have to write 10 pages in college, 10 pages for 10-page papers. Have to read books, and then after that, write entire synopsis and breakdowns of what we read. These kids can't even comprehend after reading one paragraph. Okay, what did you just read? I don't know. You're just reading. Reading comprehension is shot, bruh. There's a quote, I forget, there was a quote, Mandela, he says, the most powerful weapon that a man can use to change the world is education. And I'm paraphrasing, right? I'm paraphrasing, but emphasizing how important education is. And if you want to see the fall of a society, you target education, period, right? You may not like Dr. Umar, but there's a reason why it takes him so long to get to school, his school going, right? Because you understand, if you do any sort of conscious education, it's a wrap, okay? I just saw recently, if you're into some of the conscious stuff, you saw young Pharaoh, and I have to probably do a video on him. God is not mocked, but I probably have to do a video on him. He's walking around with nails and all this, cat nails, and they got him too. And again, I don't agree with a lot of stuff he says. But again, when you are somebody who's an educator, someone who's trying to, as quote unquote, Tate, get out the matrix, when you're trying to educate people, what's going to happen? You're going to get cooked. You got to understand that America has always been a slave colony. Land of the greed, home of the slave, man. It is all about slavery and if they have to do it by another name, they will. Okay? Every kid can't be a streamer. Every kid can't be a YouTuber. It's not going to happen. Sometimes the old school way and the old methods of learning things works. Sometimes you got to pick up a book, physical, turn the computers off, turn the blue light off, and you got to actually read paragraph by paragraph, page by page. And sometimes you got to reread, but people are lazy, right? Grew up in a TikTok society, an Instagram doom scrolling society, and this is what happens. Then you try to take shortcuts. Then you get people like, and again, she's probably older than me, much older, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Lie your way into degrees. Come on, man. Come on, man. It doesn't work that way. And then before you know it, you're gonna have people cosplaying as doctors. Yeah, I'm a doctor. I'm a heart surgeon. No, you're not. They already do. They do it as far as up they can do it. They do it to the point as far as they can. Whether it's family medicine, whether it's somebody trying to do your teeth and put veneers in your mouth, whether it's somebody giving you a BBL or something, doing it in somebody's basement. Whether it's, I'm a psychologist and I earned my degree from Essex University, University of Phoenix, Everest College, somewhere in the backwoods, somewhere they closed down, ITT Tech. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we really doing here? Huh? You cannot take any shortcuts, man. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't even use my degrees. You'll see, I got my hardware on the wall, stamped and certified. And I don't really use them like that. But I also can understand people who, number one, research and who do actual scholarly research. And I can actually read certain materials and actually comprehend what they're trying to convey. It's like speaking a whole nother language, right? Understanding studies. It's like a whole nother language. And again, it's not for everybody. They say we're getting in a society where not everybody's going to go to college. Not everybody is going to go to that level. I get it. But you should understand the basics. But because you don't understand that America has always been a slave colony, it is all about the rich and the poor, right? And if they sell you a dream that says, hey, you could be a YouTuber, you could be a streamer, you could be an NFL player, you ain't got to worry about reading and writing and the basics. You don't have to worry about it. You don't got to worry about none of that stuff. Guess what? You're going to buy into that, especially the kids. Kids believe any damn thing. That's how they are. That's why you got to be really careful with children, because you could put anything in their head and before you know it, it doesn't leave them. That's why my mother told me, you could be anything you want in this world. What? Excuse me? Don't tell nobody like me that. And guess what? I done everything under the sun that I've wanted to do. Everything. Because you done put that in my damn head. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. But I even seen a flyer of a fight at school. Kids having fights at school. And there's a flyer saying, hey, here's a fight that's about to happen. Meet here. This is ridiculous, man. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Like, again, the decline of a society starts with the education. If you are not educated, if you're too dumb to know what's going on, you can't fight back. So it's just business as usual, right? You see something like Epstein files happening, nobody's going to jail, nothing's happening to nobody. Damn, yeah, they got you. COVID happens, nothing happens to nobody. No. Something happened along the lines, I don't know if it's COVID or what, there was a shift. And I think it was just always in play, where there just has to be a cleanse. And individually as parents, you really have to teach your kids the right way. You know, no shortcuts to this. You got to teach them the right way, because what's going to end up happening is a lot of y'all, I understand some of y'all single parents, some of y'all got 2 jobs, you got a lot going on, and a lot of these kids are just raising themselves. But what's going to end up happening is there's going to be a correction where you're going to see this from Gen Z on. Y'all are cooked. Y'all be complaining about, man, I got to type this, or I got to do this, or I got to, bro, we used to do that. No problem. No problem. Y'all can't even read. I done seen videos. Hey, read this sentence. People can't even read, man. They can't read basic sentences, bruh. Like, what? It's insane. Insane. And if people are educated, then they can see the inequalities and they can see the decline or the things that are wrong in our country, in our nation, or in our world. They can speak up about it. They can fight against it. But if you're uneducated, you're just going to deal with gas being what gas is. You're going to deal with housing being what housing is. You're going to deal with groceries being what groceries are. And you don't have the education to get yourself out of these situations. All you know how to do is just work. That's it. Trade dollars for time and just work for meager wages and just complain, but you're not going to do nothing. And they don't care. They don't care. There's a ruling class and then there's a bottom class. There is no middle class. That's cooked. That's so cooked. And if you're at the bottom, and let's say you're on food stamps and things like that, they know you're not going to try to make yourself any better, most of y'all. Because I ain't trying to mess up my benefits from the government. I don't want to mess up my benefits for the government. So you're not going to try to better yourself, get better housing. Why? Because you get a cart full of free groceries. But to be honest, when you really educate yourself on wealth, on self-care, health, business, for all these different things, when you educate yourself, you realize a a cart full of groceries ain't nothing. That's basic necessities of life that you should be able to afford for yourself. And if you don't even have the consciousness to understand that I should be able to get these things no problem. Especially if I done earned it. I done earned it. I'm stamped. Shit. Got me messed up. Right? But unconsciously, you already think, man, I got a whole cart full of groceries. Man, this is a big deal. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. I'm not saying don't be thankful, grateful, but like, that's how they get you. That's basic living, bruh. You think God put you here on earth so that you can't have your basic needs met? What? It's in the Bible. Why are you worrying? If I'm gonna feed the birds, you think I ain't gonna feed you? But yet we over here just like I'm just happy to pay. I'm just happy to pay my light bill. I'm just happy the lights is on. Come on, man. Poverty mindset. You got kids making flyers wanting to getting in fights. You got ninjas who are considered conscious transitioning. Hopefully he's transitioning into a comedian. But hey, who am I to judge? I just know that God is not mocked. I did a video a long time ago on that. Long time ago. And it's like the assassin, sometimes we just wait. In trading, you gotta wait for the perfect setup and then pow, strike. But I'm not here to get into that. There's no shortcuts when it comes to education. There's also another reason y'all see me. It might not get a million views, a lot of views. It's not supposed to get a lot of views. Maybe eventually it will, but it's to get the like-minded people in one space, in one area, right? Not only the night owls, but people who are on the grind, going for the purpose, potential, up at night, burning the midnight oil. That's why I make those study night shift videos. Y'all might see me gaming, smoking a little bit. Forgive me, Lord. I have my vices too. But for the most part, I'm good. I'm very good. Thank God I'm very good. But I do those things because I'm forever a student. I'm forever learning. Forever. Right? But if I want to go viral and talk about viral videos and all that stuff, I could talk about every topic under the sun that comes out and I could go left. I could go completely left. Right? I could talk about Brandon Tatum being a coon, super coon. Heck, if I really wanted to betray everybody and go against my own flesh, I could be on some super duper Republican stuff. Because that's how they all got famous. You want to get famous real quick? Go just say some crazy inflammatory stuff and then boom, you viral. Chud the Builder, you're viral. Congratulations, you're famous. I don't want that. Who want that? I never wanted that. It's not easy. It's not hard to get in the algorithm, y'all. Why you think they have all these prank videos and dumb videos and people doing rage bait videos and Ray-Ban glasses videos and pickup art, all that crap. It's crap, man. It's just crap. It's crap. That's why, first of all, and I said this before, I'm a night owl because number one, I had to reprogram my whole brain out of what society has taught me to do. Wake up at this time, go to sleep at this time. Nope, I'm a night owl. So I do everything backwards, everything opposite of what they taught us. And I feel so good doing it like that. That's just my personal thing. But point being is education, number one, right? Because I don't get too far off this whole video or whatever. Is the number one thing that you can always do for yourself. And it never stops. The brain always needs food. Reading is brain food, y'all. And the beautiful thing is you can read whatever you want. As long as you're reading, you're going through the exercise. When we wrote paragraphs and wrote rough drafts and had to turn it in, the teacher got red ink all over everything. You got to rewrite everything. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sometimes 10 pages over a book you read, Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet, and you got to do that. Hey, those are called exercises. And then now when you could do them, guess what? Ain't no sweat for me to read. Ain't no sweat for me to write. That's why y'all can't do it, because you didn't go through the exercise, man. But there's going to be a correction. And I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. And parents, I will implore you to really take the time, if you can, to push your kids into reading, into higher conscious activities. Well, I don't care if it's chess club, STEM, crafts, something that gets their brain working, not just being on a tablet on the doom scrolling or things like that. Not just that. Please don't. Please. But it's sad to see this guy, this educator, this teacher crying like this, because clearly he's very passionate about this. In order to be a teacher, 90% of the time, unless you got some way you wiggled your way in, you got to go to school. And if you're going to go to school to be a teacher, I would probably say about 80% of the teachers who want to go be a teacher are intentionally going to be a teacher. Some might have went for the money. Some might have went for, whatever, fell into their lap, or not even the money, but some might have went for other reasons. But most teachers get into teaching because they want to teach, because you damn sure ain't getting into it for the money. So the reason why he's crying is because he's so invested and so passionate about it. You dedicate your life to something like this, and he's expecting something, at least the bare minimum, expecting something. It's like, I'm a 5th grade teacher. These guys should already know how to do their timetables, right? No. They can't put 4 words together, as he says, and they're seniors. And then some dummy put, well, you're a teacher. Isn't that what you're supposed to be teaching them? That right there. That right there is why we're declining. No, he's not supposed to be teaching them that. Okay? That's the basics. He's a senior teacher. Okay? Whatever he's teaching. I don't know, English, whatever he's teaching. Right? If I get a senior and I'm a teacher and I'm an English high school senior teacher or whatever, I shouldn't be teaching y'all how to read. We should be breaking down text. Okay, today we're going to be reading Beowulf or whatever the hell we're reading. And we're going to what did that mean? What happened? What about this plot? Okay, tell me about what was your thesis on that? But that's what we need to be talking about. You're about to be an adult. And I'm sitting here, we sitting here still talking about Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat. Ay, Lord. Pray for these kids, man. Pray for these kids. But to conclude, it is all orchestrated, y'all. It's orchestrated because this is a slave colony. America has always been a slave colony. And it's slavery by another name. That's all it is. If I take your knowledge from you, you have nothing left but what? Fight. Meet me at the flagpole. That's all you got. Right? As this guy says, they can argue certain points. They could talk to their homeboy and argue certain points. LeBron's better than Jordan. I could talk about that till I'm blue in the face. But I couldn't tell you what I just read in this book. I couldn't tell you what 5 times 5 is. I can't tell you how many states are in the United States of America where I live. Hey, the basics, y'all. Nobody said you got to be a history major. Nobody says you have to be a mathematician. But it's like the basics, y'all. We ain't got it. We ain't got it. Right? But it keeps you dependent on the government. It keeps you dependent on the elite class. And when you're dependent on the government and on the elite class, they can do what they want in your face. Because remember, and this is a whole nother video, and I'm going to be done. Remember, demons, people who are in demonic stuff, right? Shout out to Bobby Hemmett and rest in peace, Brother Panic. When you study the occult, you got to study this. I study everything. Okay? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. Okay? Psalms 23. I go into every single religion, subject, arena. It doesn't matter. I go in there with no fear. We're going to talk about and learn about Satanism. Let's study this for a second and see what it is. But make sure you are grounded in your own faith while you read this. You have to understand about what demonic and demons do, y'all. Okay? Satan's angels, Kiri Ichiban. I've quoted that book a long time ago. Okay? Demons have to show you what they're going to do or show you what they're doing. They have to put it in your face. This is why in movies, this is why you see things like the Epstein files in the movies. They'll show you this is what we're about to do. This is what's happening. This is the ritual. That's the ritual before they have to play it out. So you'll see it in real time and you still ain't doing nothing. You still don't do nothing about it. You got to be able to see the tricks, including what's going on in society and how they're declining it. Slowly introducing PDF philia, making that normal, trying to make it normal, sexualizing the kids. Come on. Again, individually, you be who you are, but all this transitioning and all this stuff, all that, putting in every movie now gotta have some erotic craziness in it. It's like that wasn't even that. They just throw it in there. You be just some random action movie. Hey, throw a rainbow scene in there. Y'all know what I'm saying? Why did this? What is this? This got to do with anything? They do it in Disney movies. They do it all the time, right? But they do that. It's a flex of power. It's a flex of power, man. No diddy. Sometimes that's what you got to do. And in order to get into these in groups and these in crews and you got to do the rituals. So that I know, hey man, I saw you do some stuff in the back room. I got this tape on you beating this girl up, but I'm gonna hold that tape because why? You a freak, just like us. So it's all good. You do a lot of the crazy demonic stuff too. So because you do it, and I got that dirt on you, we all in our own society. We got an island with this y'all. It's how it works. It's how it works. And just a small tidbit. I can go on a rant on this, y'all. Y'all know I can. But it's not about that. It's about education. If I take what you know away from you, you have nothing left. What do you have? If I take what you know, you take a man's education, he has nothing more but insults and anger and just a fight. That's all you got. And you will accept things the way that they are because you're not educated enough to know prices are wrong, to know that housing is out of control. Oh, no, just go work harder. No, just go get 5 jobs. God didn't intend you to go get 5 damn jobs. He didn't make you born just so you can go be a slave. Don't you see that? Don't you see that? So your children are the next wave of slaves, man. The next wave of slaves. and lie their way into a degree. You know, lie their way through high school. Teachers don't give a damn because they tired and burnt out and underpaid anyway. So hey, it's a glorified babysitting job. Screw it. Let me just pass these little baby kids. I don't care. I showed up. I'm getting paid. Why should I go above the when they disrespectful? Then they don't want to listen. And then when I try to talk to their parents want to try to fight me. They getting all mad at me. I'm telling you what Day-Day's doing. I'm like, what? And my sister was getting mad. She was damn near wanting to fight a lady. My sister's an educator. She damn wanted to fight a lady one time. I said, no, don't mess up the money. I said, no, you just let it be. Talking crazy. Because they think, my sister was like, I'm very nice, but they think I'm really not like that. I said, I know, but you ain't got to show them that you're like that. You got to sometimes just let that be. Because they think their children are perfect angels. You know, and they're also looking for a fight. You see, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. But individually, you have to educate your kids the right way. You got to re-educate them low-key. Because they're not learning much. Elementary is the most important when it comes to education. Particularly third grade. About third grade is when you start learning timetables. That's when you start learning cursive. You should be learning cursive. That's when you start learning like the hardcore stuff. Like the stuff that's going to be in your brain for your life. Really getting into reading, all that. That's like third grade. Very important. And if you think about an elementary teacher has such a big responsibility because number one, you got to manage about 20, 30 kids. Number two, you have to be versed in mad subjects. Like, yeah, we could say, oh, it's just elementary subjects, but you still got to know math. You still got to know reading, comprehension. You still got to know science. You still got to know history, social studies. You still got to know spelling. You got to do all that and know, as okay, I'm switching up to this. And you got to plug that into that kid. Meanwhile, you're managing behaviors, managing different emotions, managing different characteristics. Meanwhile, forget what you got going on at your own house and what you got going on at your own situation. You might be going through a divorce, breakup, house getting evicted, your mama just died, you grieving. Forget what your personal life is. Now you got to take care of these 30 little kids. Now you got to take care of these 30 little kids. Now you got to take care of them. And each child comes from different homes. A lot of them are broken homes with parents that have 2, 3 jobs. And this is just basically glorified babysitting. I've known kids that literally will be at school all day because their parents can't get them. Parents not around. All day. Go to school early, leave school, go to the after school boys and girls club or whatever. All day. And I'm like, yo, you've been here. And their whole life is there. Like, you've been here from 7 in the morning till 8 at night. And they literally just go home just to sleep. They don't even eat at the crib. I've had kids, I ain't got nothing to eat. I ain't got no food at the house. Damn. Real talk. Real talk. This is the society that we live in the richest country in the world. Quote unquote. Nah. They're making you into slaves, kids. That's what it's all about. And adults, it's about keeping you as a slave. You're not angry about certain things? Good. You're not supposed to be mad about it. As a matter of fact, the less you're mad about it, the more we can keep doing and keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Manifest destiny. How much can I push to the coast to coast until, hey, this is what it is. Then you back in chains, physical chains. Because you're just accepting things how it is and you think, hey, I'm supposed to get 4 jobs. Hey, let me not get that coffee on the way to work. Oh, I shouldn't have got avocado toast. I shouldn't have took myself out to eat. I should have got a coupon. Come on, man. There's a certain age. After a certain age, you should have earned your dues already. Okay? We all went through the education system. In your 20s, cool. I would say from about 18 to about 28, 30 max. That's when you paying your dues. I got this job. I'm working at what do you call it? Fast food, this, that. I'm interning. I'm volunteering. I'm paying my dues. After 30, you shouldn't be stressed about none of this stuff, y'all. None of it. Not like that. Especially if you paid your dues. I went to school. I did what they told me to do. I wrote the papers. I did this. I showed up. And you still out here struggling? You think that's not intentional? You think that's not intentional? Right? You see Trump giving all these tax cuts and tax breaks to these billionaires. Amazon and all these guys, they don't pay nothing. They playing the game at a high level. Bailouts and all that. Like, come on, y'all. Meanwhile, where's your stimmy? Where your Trump bucks? Where your tariff checks? Lie, 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 lie. That's what they do. Lie to y'all. Sell you a pipe dream so you don't get angry. Just give them just enough. Hey, put out another movie. Go put out another show. So that they get at least got their Netflix. I got my Netflix and my rent paid. Black people are so funny. We pay some rent. Like, what you doing this weekend? Enjoying my rent. Let me turn the damn TV on. What you finna do? I'm finna enjoy my rent. Damn. Ain't been past a zip code because you can't afford it. Can't afford to go nowhere in the world. Can't afford to see nothing. Can't afford to try new things, have new things. So you got to vicariously live in the internet, live on doom scroll. Sad, y'all. It's sad. There's no way that this should be happening. This man should be going through something like this. But it's the decline of our society. And y'all need to wake up and understand that this is a slave colony. Whether you want to see it as one or not, it's always been one. And I don't make videos like this like that often. Y'all know I'm done. I'm retired. I'm done. I'm done. Tired. I'm tired. I'm done. Done. I do study with me videos. We locking in. I'm traveling. I play the game. I kick back. I relax. I get my little money and I'm done. I'm done. Because when I make videos like this and I go over and over and over and over and I go and I do it again, y'all want to crucify me. Y'all want to demonetize me. Y'all want to hate me for trying to empower you. So I'm good. I just pop in like an assassin. Paya Simohaye. Finland sniper. I just pop in like a sniper and snipe something real quick. And then I go on my merry way. Just like in trading. I just wait for the setup and then I just leave. But this is what this is, y'all. This is what this is. And I want y'all to understand this. I really, truly want you to understand what we're up against. This is what it is. If you want to decline a society, you have to understand all the tactics that they're hitting you with. On top of the distractions they hit you with. There's always something. You ever notice there's always something in the news cycle that hits when something else hits? You notice that? The timing of it. Right? Why did that come out story when that story came out, when that happened and that happened? Those are rituals. You see? Andrew Tate, we want to extradite him back to England. The same time England is playing France in Miami, where he's locked up. Oh, how did all that happen at the same time? How did that happen? The timing of it. Oh, why did y'all get him right then? The timing of it. At the elite level, they will do certain things and align you at certain times and then put it out right then and there to complete certain rituals. Whole nother video. Why is Streamer University, why did that come out right before school starts? Now Kai's not doing a whole marathon. I thought you was doing clothes. What happened? What happened? No. You're the biggest streamer in the world. You gotta get this. You have the youth on your side, buddy. I need you on here playing video games all day. And then go to the streamer university. Who wins the damn thing? Some guy who's a crash out. I remember, I like what Dr. Umar said. He says, they need to have some conscious people in here. They need to have some people who know some stuff, right? It's a great concept for small, actual, talented creators who are actually doing something. Oh, I'm talented. I can do this, I do that. And it's actually highlighting different stuff. But what is it? Oh, man, it's just a bunch of people trying to relive going to school. That's all it is. You're just trying to relive going to school. Okay? Crashing out. Acting a nutcase. That's it. Who can get the most clips? This is stupid. Right? But that's how black people give money, though. Right? Adrian Broner and Dean the Great. Need you niggas to act like fools. Then we're going to get you the bag again. That's how it works. Bet not say nothing smart. $40 million slaves. Bet not say nothing. Better shut up and dribble. That's how it works. It's been working like that, y'all. It's so funny when I see like people quoting Farrakhan or quoting, and it's sad to see somebody like young Pharaoh with the nails and all this stuff. And it's like, you was quoting Malcolm X, man, from my hometown. And now look what, they got you. They got you. Better to just go off silent and not do anything or say anything than to actually let them get you. Because sometimes you're outnumbered. It's a spook who sat by the door. Sometimes you don't got the numbers to fight. And that's okay. You gotta play the backfield, but still observe. Your eyes still work, your ears still work. Don't compromise. But it is what it is. And y'all gotta see that. Y'all really have to see that. You know? Because if you don't, you're gonna get sucked into the logarithm. And before you know it, tell me about a video that you watched on TikTok 3 months ago. Can you tell me that? Doubt it. Can you tell me about a video you saw on Instagram 6 months ago, which you scroll every day? Tell me. What did you watch? What did you learn? Nothing. I'll talk to my kids sometimes. I ask them, I say, what did you learn in school today? I don't remember. What do you mean you don't remember? What do you mean you don't remember? What's wrong with your brain? You should remember, right? But if you can't remember, it's programmed for you not to remember. Hello? If I say, what'd you eat for breakfast today? I don't know. I don't remember. What'd you eat for dinner today? I don't remember. Yesterday, I don't remember. Yeah, but if I make you a home-cooked, nice, good meal, this, that, what did you eat? Man, I had this meatloaf that was to die for. Mashed potatoes, gravy, nice little buttery biscuit. Oh, my goodness. Quality of what you put into you versus doom scrolling quantity. That's why you could barely remember a video or two that you watch. Here and there, you might say, I saw this really good video by Alex Hormozy that was talking about entrepreneurship. And then I saw another video by Ian Dunlap that he was talking about buying and holding NVIDIA. That was a good video. You might get 1 or 2 of those. But then what's the other stuff? Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is a liar and doesn't have degrees. Oh man, that's in the news cycle. That's gone. Blueface is back in the news, punching his wife or his girlfriend. Okay, great. Okay, Charlemagne is beefing with this guy. Oh wow, Drake doesn't like Kendrick. Oh wow, what that got to do with you? What that got to do with the price of butter? What that got to do with the price of gas? What that got to do with your savings account and your investment account? What that got to do with your children? Nothing. But if I add enough of those into your logarithm, guess what? Your day is cooked. And then on top of that, I put you in a workforce, make you slave for 8 hours, sometimes 16 hours. You get home, that's all you want to do because you deserve it, right? You deserve it. You worked all day, Kayla. I can sit here and doom scroll all damn day. I'm going to sit here and just be me. Not educate and better myself. It's the hard thing about being an entrepreneur. Because you got 9 to 5 and you got 5 to 9. It's hard. It's hard. But it's just the reality of it. You got to put that much effort into your freedom. Nothing beats freedom. Freedom is priceless. Because number one, they can't do these tricks on you. Number two, you can literally in real time, bird's eye view, peregrine falcon, flying above the sky, high eagle. You can see the decline of society. And it's like, yo, this is crazy. I got the glasses on. It's like the Matrix. They live. I got the, like, what the hell? I took the red pill. This is insane, yo. Evil, man. This is the tricks. This is what it is. And it's sick because it starts with the youth. Whether it's sexualizing them, making them deaf, dumb, and blind, making them not care, disrespect their parents, making them not care about school. No, it's how they're educated. On top of that, I know you got tired educators in there trying to make things happen. They're just trying to get by. She's just a regular lady who's a teacher trying to get by. Got her own kids. Let alone, I got to teach you the basics and you don't even know how to come in the classroom and act right. I'm busy trying to get everybody to settle down and act right for 30 minutes, half the damn day. I'm too tired. I just turn in whatever. That's how it works. She's just going to pass me anyway. I just passed anyway. And you think it's a good thing, and then before you know it, you can't even, you're an adult, you can't even read, but you're an adult with a 12-year-old brain. It's messed up, y'all. It's messed up. But it's our reality. We're here now. We're at the bottom. We're at ground zero. Can it get worse? It will get worse. But at least we know where to go. Because now we see where we're at. That's what happens when you have a microwave society. This is the other side of it. When you take out certain things in our school curriculums. Essays, rough drafts, reading groups, summer reading club, all that. When you take all that out, incentives for that, bookstores closing down, reading actual physical books, not audio books, not digital books, actually journaling, writing. We do that all the time. You have to read stuff, and then at the end of what you read, there's always like 5 questions. Write this in your journal. What did little Timmy had 5 apples, but he ate 3. How do you think Susie felt when she didn't save apples? And you got to sit there and write. I need you to write 10 sentences on what's your thoughts. Okay. Well, Timmy did. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. We had to do that. So, it is what it is right now, y'all. But stay focused. This is why on my channel, I'm passionate about studying. I'm passionate about reading. I'm passionate about the things that I do as an entrepreneur. And I take my craft very seriously. I'll be live today, just cooling, kicking it, doing what I always do. Because it's for the night owls. It's for the people who, just up burning the midnight oil. I'm always going to my potential, always going to my goals and dreams. So it's for those people. To have a space where you're, okay. So again, it's kind of like when you go to the library to do work, there's something about that environment that puts you in the zone, right? I'm going to go to the coffee shop, do some work. Put you in that zone. Get you out of that zone. See, that's kind of what the live is for. It's just like, okay, we in a zone right now. Sometimes some of them are a little bit more studious and we're more locked in. Some of them are a little more casual. Right now it's casual because I'm in the summer season. So different seasons, I move different ways. So we're in the summer season right now. But I do that for, many reasons. One of them being because the brain is food. You have to feed the brain food. The brain is a sponge, rather. And you have to constantly pour into it and give it what it needs, the sustenance it needs. So I teach you about balance. I talk about balance all the time. You can't just let your brain be neglected. You have the free will to read whatever you want. You don't have to, I don't like to read. No, it's not that you don't like to read. You haven't picked something that you like to read. And then on top of that, when you do read it or when you do that thing, you think that it's negative or you should be doing something more productive. That's another thing. A lot of us, you don't even give yourself permission to feel good. I shouldn't be feeling good while I'm reading this. I should be doing something more productive. I need to earn this. You know what I'm saying? You're taught these things instead of just doing and just being, you know. But those are all ideologies and all philosophies on how to keep you a slave. That's what it is. Welcome to America. That's what it is, y'all. So that's all I got. And I wanted to just give my point on that. And I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. It's going to get worse, like I said, before it gets better. It's sad to see. It's very sad to see. But the truth of the matter is that it is truly our reality. And if you don't want to open your eyes up to what it is, then unfortunately, you're also a part of the problem. It's just what it is. All I said was open your eyes to what it is. I didn't say get out, be active, just open your eyes to what it is. Because when you're able to do that, at least with your children, you can play some prevention defense. At least. I'm not saying you got to go out and march in the streets and get a megaphone and, you know, preach to the public. I didn't say that. Just open your eyes to what it is, y'all, and see the decline exactly in real time of what's going on. You see, it's all about the rich and the poor. And the poor has to be slaves. And it's slavery by another name. Taxation, theft, lies, media, lies, debauchery, or eroticism, hypersexual sexualization, PDFs, all of that in your face, real time. Like, oh, this is the enemy right here. We're not even going to sugarcoat it. This is the enemy. You see? So, that's all I have today. I don't know when I'll do another video. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't do these no more, y'all. I don't do these. So I don't know when I'll do another one. But what I will say is, I will be on. You know, I jump on live. I'm at my big grown age now. I just live. I just live and I just do my thing. You know. And if something strikes me, I'll talk about it. But for the most part, I don't do these often, just because it's a lot. It's draining, and I have so many other responsibilities that I have to focus on those other endeavors. But I still want to put my little piece in, my brick in, my 2 cents in, because it's the least I can do. You know, it's the least I can do to raise awareness. And hopefully, you know, this can help inform some of y'all a little bit better. Because it's sad when they start targeting the kids and they start, you know, targeting the youth and that kind of thing. When you start seeing this is where we at, it's like, if that doesn't upset you, the Epstein files, eating kids, and if that doesn't upset you and it doesn't get you feeling some kind of way, this is what they've done. This is what they've always done. They've been doing this since way back. Romans, Greeks, way back. Always fetishizing the children, destroying the kids, the minds of the youth. You see it in these medieval shows and stuff like that. Oh yeah, that's my son. He's to be married to her. They still do it in some cultures. Pakistan or wherever the hell. Girl, nothing but 10 years old, getting married to some grown-ass ninja. Like, what the hell? Sick. That's what it is. That's just on a small scale. But here, it's more behind the scenes. And every once in a while, they make an example, you know, of a Diddy. He's small potatoes. He's small potatoes compared to what's really real, right? You know, we as the people have the power. We have the people have the numbers. We have the people have the education. They just have the resources, right? But they're so greedy. They're going to continue to keep hiking up prices. They're going to always want to continue to figure out how I can keep extracting and extracting and extracting. Houston nightclubs shutting down. Yeah, because it ain't worth it. We're not dumb. The club ain't the club how it was when I was coming up in the 2000s. It's not the same. You don't just go there and dance, have fun. We lit. You can go get you 2 drinks for under $10 and you cooked. Get a Long Island iced tea, $5. Get 2 of those, you baked. Gone. You go in there, let me get a drink, $40. What? That'll be $15. Okay, let me get a beer. $8. What? Man, I get a whole 6-pack. What are we doing? Oh, $50 to get in, $100 to get in, $80 parking. I'm not going out. I'm not doing that. Y'all come to my house. My house big as hell. Y'all come to my house, hang out at my house. And I got drinks and all that. We doing house parties now. But again, this is the decline. Right? Right? Microwave society. DoorDash. $20 in fees. What? Then you get food that's lukewarm when it gets to you. Man, I should have just took my lazy butt and went to the restaurant. Yeah, because it's different. How can we extract money from you? Amazon, you ain't got to leave your house. It's going to come right to your door. Don't go to Walmart. Don't take your butt and go drive to Walmart. Can't drive to Walmart anyway because gas is $5 a gallon. Work remote. Just stay in your little cubicle. Stay in your little house. Don't get outside. Don't see what we doing. It's crazy, y'all. So crazy. They steal. Oh, they steal. They're trying to figure out ways to steal from you. Everything is a subscription now. You got to pay for every damn thing. Rent high as a mother effer. And yet wages, one thing if wages equated it. Okay, rent's high, but we didn't 5x our money. Cool. Evens out. Nope. Figure it out. Get 2 jobs, live with your parents, get roommates. Living somewhere in the hood. In the trenches. I'm talking about the hood. Sheesh. And it's like, and you know deep down, like, man, I shouldn't be living like this, man. There's got to be more to life than this. Nah, this doesn't feel right. This ain't right. Yeah, they got you. See, when you're not educated, you can't see what they're doing. And even when you see what they're doing, if you don't have the education, some of y'all can't put into words what they're doing. It's like, I see what's going on, but I can't describe it. It's just like, you know. It's like in the Bible, sometimes when they describe certain things, they speak in parables. There was a beast and he had 10 heads and this many horns. You talk about countries. I gotta talk like that. Like I'm here and I'm a prophet and I'm seeing what's going on, but I gotta speak it in a language to where I can't be direct and say the United States of Babylon, or I can't say the United Kingdom of hell on earth. I can't say that. I can't say those places because those are the places that housing PDFs, housing this elite oligarch class. I can't say that. So I got to say there's a beast with 10 heads, 7 horns. I got to put it in such metaphors, almost like rap. I got to put it in such battle rap language that you either gonna have to get it or you don't get it. But only the smart gonna get it. The people who are awake going to get it. My sheep can hear my voice. It's real. Young Pharaoh, God is not mocked. Brother Polite, God is not mocked. Got y'all. Got y'all nicely. Sad, but it's the truth. You know, sometimes when God, and even then, sometimes we'll use our powers for the wrong thing. God will give you a gift and you use that gift for something else that you shouldn't have used it for. And then he'll get you. And then on top of you using your gift for something else, you may mock him also. You mock him. He's not mocked. You know, vengeance is his. It is what it is. I didn't write it. I didn't write it. And if I don't agree with some of that stuff, or I don't look into that, or I'm so respectful of it, of any religion. If I don't agree or I'm not in it, I'm not feeling it, I just walk away just in case. Just in case. I don't know if I believe this in the Bible. I'm gonna keep that to myself, and I ain't gonna disrespect it. I'm just gonna let that rock. Just in case, because you mess around, walk down the street and get zapped on some shit. Damn! I done had some stuff like that happen before to me. The irony. Like, yo, God, if you real, give me a sign. Boom, shoot, and start thundering. I'm like, oh my God. Lord have mercy. Whole body going to catch the ghost. Be on some busy bone type stuff. You can start speaking in tongues. Holy mackerel. Let me chill. So I just use it. Listen, when it comes to the Bible and all that stuff, I take what I need, here a little, there a little. I take what I need, charge me up what I need from. Psalms 23, bet. Let me get that. I take that real quick and I'm gone. All right, let me rock out. Let me go live my life. I'm ready to get in the fight now. I don't get into all the particulars. Well, why wasn't this? You reading too much into it. I mean, and that's a whole nother conversation. And again, I don't want to go on rants. But appreciate you guys tuning in. And hopefully this video will inspire some of you guys to try to do better, live better. And once again, appreciate y'all watching, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Take care. Peace.